Hello once again everyone, this is Hello Carthage, and I want to say first, I apologize for how long it's been since I last uploaded a video. It's been about a month I think. There's just been a ton of stuff going on in my life in the past month or so, in any case, I apologize for that, but this is, obviously I'll be bringing you today a Rome Total War online multiplayer battle. So since the huge updates to both Rome Total War and Medieval 2 Total War, um, to switch them to Steam servers. Because of that, all of my replays for both of those games before those updates were corrupted, and so all of these battles you are seeing are very recent battles. So, because it's actually probably a good thing because I've gotten better over time, and the other thing is it just kind of makes it more interesting. I've learned a lot more about cat tactics and stuff like that from watching other people's videos, and so hopefully it'll make it a little more interesting for you guys. Though there were a couple battles I'm excited to show you that I won't be able to just because they were corrupted. But in any case, hope you guys enjoy these ones that will be coming up. In any case, with this battle, I was playing as Macedon against the Greek city-state. So up in front here, I believe I have 5 units of Cretan archers. This is what they look like. And then behind them, I have my Royal Pikemen. I have 5 units of those. And on each flank, I have 1 unit of these Phalanx Pikemen. And then behind them, because I was playing against Greece, as you can see, kind of Greece is over there. But when it comes to Greece, they have 3 options when it comes to cav, because their cav is horrible. They can choose to try to bring Greek light cavalry, which you can basically just kind of use as an annoyance to enemy, because they're really fast, and so you can run away from enemy cav and just kind of dart in and out, trying to take out archers and stuff like that. Or you can try to bring a whole bunch of general units for cav, like armored generals and whatever, but they will have obviously they will have less horsemen in each unit, so that's kind of the trade-off there. Or you can choose to bring no cavalry at all and just try to win with just your infantry, and that's what this guy chooses to do. So in any case, I know as Macedon, no matter what this guy chooses to do, I'm going to have the cavalry advantage. And I've actually been seeing less and less people play as Greece bringing generals or cav just because they realize it's kind of pointless. I mean, it's just kind of a waste of money, and at least that's just my opinion. In any case, so because of that, because I know I have the cav advantage immediately right off, even before the battle starts, I only choose to bring 1 companion cav, and that's only because I wanted my general to be in a strong unit, so I put him in that companion cav unit, and then I brought 4 units of these Macedonian cavalry, and I think the Macedonian cavalry probably looks the coolest in this game. But in any case, so like I said, I have 4 units of those, and then my opponent here, he brought a ton of archers and some infantry. So he brought 1 unit of archers, and then he has separated in lines of 3. He has 3 units of Cretan archers here, and 3 units of Cretan archers here for a total of 6. And then he brought 4 units of Spartan hoplites, and they are upgraded silver. And then he brought 4 units of armored hoplites, and a couple of them are upgraded and a couple of them are not. But it looks like he actually has more upgrades in his archers than he does in his infantry. In any case, so that's his army, and when I first see this, kind of like, well, this is interesting, and he's immediately at a disadvantage because I have 5 units of cavalry that I can just run all over the field and really not have to worry at all about his infantry. The only thing I have to worry about with him is his archers, because if he chooses to focus fire all of his archers on one of my cav units, they could shred them. So that's the only thing I have to be careful with. But because I have all that cavalry, I have all this flexibility that he does not have, and because he brought all these archers, it seems like a big part of his plan is to use his archers to basically win this battle for him, use his infantry to hold while his archers rack up kills. Which, I mean, in a lower level money battle like this is, that is possible. In a high money battle, that's not going to work. Archers are pretty ineffective in high money battles, just because your men or the enemy's men are so upgraded that the arrows just really don't do much effect. But in any case, so in a low money battle like this, it is possible that he could get a fair number of kills with his archers, especially with Cretans. They're a really good archer unit, and with these Spartans, he does. I mean, Spartans hoplites are a very good infantry unit, but they're also very expensive, and the higher you upgrade them, the more expensive they get. And so I honestly would have just brought more of these armored hoplites and maybe just like 2 of these Spartans, just to have some more infantry at his disposal. Because of this, like he has 8 units of infantry, and I have, let's see here, I believe I have 7 units of infantry. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I have 7 units of infantry, and overall, my Royal Pikemen, I do believe they're better than his armored hoplites. I'm not sure about that, but he has a couple disadvantages with his infantry too. Is that they are more expensive than mine, and they have less troops than mine. I mean, his might be better overall, but all of mine are upgraded as well, and because I have more troops in mine, I can more easily outflank him than he can me, just because I can present a wider front to him. And these Phalanx Pikemen would be great for flanking him while my Royal Pikemen hold him. And then I have, enough archers to hold off his own, while I can just run my camp all over the place. And so, I don't know if that makes sense, but like I said, he's kind of at some severe disadvantages just at the start of this battle, before it's even started. He's going to have to use his infantry to protect what he seems to be trying to use as his main killing force, which is all of those archers he brought. And he honestly brought, in my opinion, too many archers for the amount of infantry he brought. I mean, if he should have brought, honestly, he should have probably brought a couple units of Greek cav, even just 2, because if you can keep those away from my own cavalry, those are a danger to my archers, and that's just one more thing I have to worry about, whereas I have complete control of this battle the entire time. In any case, enough of my talking. Now I'm going to get this battle going, and I'm going to fast forward a little bit here, because at first it's just a little bit of maneuvering. I'm shifting around, and he starts to move over, and it's at this point that I kind of see his army is obviously in actually quite a bit of disarray. His infantry is moving that way, and he has these archer units here seem to be pretty much wide open, and he's all shifting around. And so since I've been watching a lot of especially a lot of a lot of Heir of Carthage's Rome 2 Total War battles, I've been trying to take some of the stuff that I've kind of seen in that and maybe put it in principle to the games I play, because obviously my computer I have cannot handle Rome 2, but and just some of the other battles I've been just trying to take tactics and just even just good ideas that I've thought of while watching these things, like, well, maybe that would work. I've become a little more daring, I guess, and more willing to try stuff. Sometimes it pays out, sometimes it doesn't, but as you're going to see, I'm saying here, it's like, well, I could play the gentleman and let him shift his army around, or I can try and go after some of those archers that are wide out in the open and not protected. And so in a moment here he goes, in a moment here, not anymore, but anyways, I'm going to, as I'm showing here, I sent out this unit of Macedonian cavalry, just the small chance that, hey, maybe I'll get into these archers, I can get a huge number of kills on him and do some severe damage to his force. But it was a good idea, poorly timed, because as you can see, as I'm getting up here, he has all his archers focused firing on this unit, and they're just getting slaughtered by these arrows. And before they even touch the enemy, they rout, and they're gonna get another volley, and most of them are gonna die. I don't think they come back from this battle. They're completely shattered. But so like I said, it was a good idea, but poorly timed. I should have sent them out sooner when they were still moving, whereas his men were already kind of setting up by the time my cavalry got there. So, like I said, starting to be one to try a few more things, but here we go. So, I'm moving up my archers, and we're gonna start kind of doing this archer duel wars. My archers are more spread out than his are, and he does get them a little more spread out now. But even though I have fewer archers, I am going to actually start winning this archer duel. And I even have killed some of his Spartans and some of his infantry here. And these guys, as you can see, this front unit of archers is just completely destroyed. There's only 9 of them left, and now I'm starting to take out some of his Cretans. And he is doing some damage to me. See, let's see here. These guys have lost a couple. These guys have down a few. So, especially these guys. But overall, I'm not doing too bad. And now I've moved my cavalry out to the flanks. I only have 2 units of cavalry on each side. 2 Macedonian cavalry on that side, 1 Macedonian and 1 companion on this side. But that's still 4 units of cavalry more than he has. And see, as you can see, and I'm going to pause here for a moment, but it's right here that I'm majorly seeing an opportunity, because he is desperately trying to protect his archers from my cavalry. And he also knows that my cavalry can get into his back lines. I can do some severe damage to his infantry. And so he splits up his infantry into half. His Spartans on this side and his armored hoplites on this side to protect against my cavalry. And that leaves a giant gap in the middle. And if I had just brought 2 more units of cavalry, I was thinking this one, I was like, oh, if I only just had a couple more units of cavalry, or even just that 1 unit, I could have sent him straight out the middle and just started slaughtering these archers, or forced him to bring this infantry back, which would then allow my cavalry to get in behind him. Sometimes I wish Rome 1 had the tools that Rome 2 has. You can draw the arrows and stuff like that. That'd be actually really helpful. Anyways, so I mean, I'm seeing these huge opportunities here, but I don't have cavalry, and so I'm like, well, I'm just going to use my infantry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out of formation here, and I'm going to run them up. And I was like, well, if I get them up to this gap, great, and if I don't, and if he brings his infantry back online to face mine, well, that's perfectly fine too, because now my cavalry is behind him. And so everything in this situation now is working in my favor. As you see, my infantry is advancing, and then pretty soon here I'm going to take them out of formation. In the meantime, my archers are just happily I can't speak tonight. My archers are just continuing to slaughter his own, and because he's trying to protect his, they're more boxed up, and so with each volley I'm actually getting more kills than he is with mine, because mine are more spread out. I did start to bring this cavalry back, but now I'm going to bring them back as I see that he's bringing them online, and these guys I'm going to bring them up and around this hill. But then he does this again. It's like I would have brought my armored hoplites back to up here to support my line of Spartans, but I can see what he's thinking. He's still worried about cavalry. My cavalry can get behind him, it's all over. So he's just kind of having to hope that his Spartans will do the job. But in the face of these overwhelming odds, even though his Spartans are just as upgraded as my royal pikemen are, they are still at a huge disadvantage, especially in the fact that I can quite easily outflank them the way he has them. And so this is going to force him to bring up his armored hoplites. And now I move in with my cavalry. And these guys I started moving a little bit late, but these guys seem to stop for some reason. I'm not really sure why they did that, but I am going to get them engaged here. And as you can see, I mean, these Royal Pikemen are actually defeating these Spartans quite easily, even though, and it's really just, it's partly a morale effect because they're surrounded and they're being outflanked and they are heavily outnumbered, not being supported very well. And he actually played smart here. He gets these guys into this unit, and then he's going to bring these guys down onto the unit's flank.
And now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Well, there you go. See, now I'm bringing my cavalry. His general is now dead, and I am free to just kind of do with him as I will. And here we go. Here, there's a gap in his lines now that I can now move units through if I want. I'm moving up my archers just so they can be a little closer in range. I got them a little close. These guys I think were out of ammunition, so I ran them in, but maybe not. And as you can see, I've moved this unit through. These guys are starting to face down with this unit, and the rest of these Spartans are getting attacked, and then the player missed defeat. So I was actually going to, with this unit, I'm going to pause it just for a moment, just to explain what I was wanting to do with this unit. As you can see, he's actually walking behind their lines, and first I was thinking, well, I'll just get him to attack these units of Spartans, but really, they're already being attacked by overwhelming numbers. These guys didn't really need this unit's help, and because they're behind these lines, that's already a morale effect, damaging these Spartans' morale. So I'm just actually was intending them for this fight here, because this fight was actually going against me. But in any case, I didn't need that. But good game to my opponent. This is was a fun battle for me, just because I started to see those gaps a little better, starting to see those opportunities, and starting to try to take some risks and just kind of play around a little more. And, there's just some different army builds and whatever. So let's see here. I deployed 1,516 men. I had killed 878 and had 1,100 remaining exactly. And my opponent, he deployed 1,205, had 467 kills and 326 men remaining. So like I said, good game to him. Greece is a hard nation to play. It just is. So no fault of his own. It does really. It's really kind of not a 50-50 thing. It's like, it really just depends on the army you're facing, the opponent you're facing when it comes to playing Greece. I mean, you could probably, you could win with the army he brought. It's just, it really just depends on there's so many factors when it comes to playing as Greece. The map, like I said, the opponent, the nation you're fighting against. And the main thing is Greece has amazing infantry, but they're so deficient in cavalry that they can be a pretty hard faction to play as. So, and I mean, I've won a number of times with Greece, but I've also lost a number of times with Greece. In any case, let's see if I had any units were outstanding in the fight. These guys lost 69, killed 92. These guys did really well. They lost 29, but killed 82. Let's see, Cretan archers. These guys lost 28 and killed 122. So like I said, in lower money battles, this kind of proves my point. In lower money battles, you can get a lot of kills with archers. See, 86, 88, 65, 68, 122. This unit of Macedonian cavalry is the one that just got slaughtered. See, they lost 50, killed nothing. These guys, I didn't use them very well. They're the ones that they were the ones who were on the left. I just kind of, for some reason, kind of forgot about them when I brought them up and around. But these guys did really well. They killed 85, lost 4, killed 56, killed 2. Companion cavalry didn't do anything. They lost 1, killed 0. They were over there with that other Macedonian cavalry. But in any case, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.